Check one, check two, check one, check two. Welcome, my dear friends, to the Reading Epic Threads live stream, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada at the Patriot Double Down at the Ahern Hotel. I'm Patrick Gunnels. I'm your host. October 22nd, 2021, 7:46 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5:46 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm joining you for a quick stream. Well, let's face it, because God knows I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support that you have given towards me being able to go on this trip. In a second, I want to give a shout out to a particularly generous super chat. But in the meantime, I just want to say that the Ahern Hotel is great. I love it. The people are super nice. Nobody's wearing any mask. You'll see a rando every now and then wearing a mask, and you know they have nothing to do with the event. The desert sun is actually quite harsh. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody. I've tried to stay indoors completely. I had a wonderful lunch with Patel Patriot, Kate Awakening, and our very own Rattler Gator, who is here right now. In about half an hour, 45 minutes or so, I'm going to head downstairs to the VIP dinner. So I want to see if I can get this camera just about right. So what I'm going to do at the VIP dinner, son of a bitch. Hang on a second, guys. Apologize. Okay. Let's see if this works a little bit better. Too many wires. Hold for processing. All right. I don't know. We're going to get these cameras just right. I'm going to take this selfie stick thingy, and I'm going to take it downstairs to the VIP dinner, and I'm going to wave it around and say hello to everybody. So anyway, we had a great discussion at lunch. We just kind of talked about a little bit of our origin stories in this crazy war that we're living through. And one thing we all had in common was supreme confidence in the outcome of this war. So you have Patel Patriot, who comes from a Q agnostic background. He really doesn't know Q. Then you have the Rattler Gator, who is quasi under Q, but not really. I mean, the Rattler Gator he's a columnist for American Greatness. He's a lawyer. He's a Florida guy. He's a conservative, and he knows Q, but he doesn't know Q the way, say, some of the people in this audience know Q. And then you have the Kate Awakening. She and I are more into the Q thing. We're the ones who've been following all the drops, this, that, and the other. One thing we all have in common, we were completely destroyed emotionally on January 20th, 2021. That hurt all of our feelings. But one thing we also all have in common is supreme confidence in the outcome of this war. We've already won. We're simply watching the entire world stare in wide-eyed horror at the supposed president of the United States. Did everybody see him power the fuck down on Anderson Cooper like some sort of poorly maintained Star Trek android? Did you see that? That freaked me out, guys, and I know he's not the real president. So, anyway, I just thought that I would bring that up and just thank everybody so much for the support. Now we have a few people here. I just want to say also, enormous, super enormous thank you to JC Bird for the incredibly generous super chat via PayPal. We took some of that money and we used it to pay for lunch. So you get a big thank you, JC Bird, from me, the Rattler Gator, Patel Patriot, and the Kate Awakening. We all ate on your dime. Thank you so much. By the way, they want to know, what do you farm out there in California? Because I was talking about growing beets. I think Kate was talking about growing avocados. Anyway, trying to figure out what we should be growing. So thought I'd ask you that and get your opinion on it. All right, so let's say hello to all of y'all. Ted Bauer Sox Jr., what is up, my friend? Greg Hood, J.C. Bird, Bama Christie, Donna Sarah, Michelle Miller, Jenny L.H., D.W. Bearden, B. Isaacs 1, Jail of Judges, Mr. Happy Inc. is here. Is that a bad thing? Texas Tanya, Karen the Patriot, Kareen Moron Mama, Karen E. Moron Mama, D.W. Bearden, Joanne Coach, Edward Swanson, Razor Sharp, Foxy Blue, Rex Tullis is here. I haven't checked out your video yet, Rex, but I will. GR84517 is here. We also have Dr. J. Blazer. We have Bruno's mom, Dberg64, No World Order. Special Ops Kim is here. Isn't that great? Oh, somebody's coming here from Fort Worth Patriot in the house. Foxy Blue. All right. By the way, I want you guys to know something. When I scroll down the chat in StreamYards, sometimes it skips over like 50 names and I have to scroll back up, and sometimes it skips over people. If I ever skip you for that reason, that's the reason. Dear Whisperer, Darth Vader Mom, Nats World 1776, 86 NWO, Carol B239, Cha 22. How is everybody doing? JC Bird farmed wine grapes, almonds, cotton, alfalfa, etc. Retired now. Wine grapes, I would never be able to have the patience for that. Almonds, that sounds hard. Cotton, that sounds horrifying. Alfalfa, I'm not going to be able to farm any of those things. I want to say thank you for all of the what appear to be difficult crops that you farmed. I think I like beets. Beets seem like in an emergency, we could live on beets. I'm just saying. Wine grapes, almonds, cotton. You farmed cotton. Wow. Well, no, you don't have to pick that by hand anymore. I guess you use something that just harvests it. Anyway, JC Bird, thank you so much, sir. So what do you want to talk about while we get this going? So, pgunnels' stream on Twitter. I'm getting something from well, anyway. I'm getting screenshots. Not sure what that's about. You'll have to explain another time, Rex Tullis. Thank you so much. So anyway, how is everybody doing? What are we going to read? So I got a thread from Special Ops Kim that I scrolled over the first few of, and I kind of want to share it with you. Bears eat fact. Which bear is best? Well, that's a ridiculous question. It depends on false. Black bear. Bears eat beets. Bears. Beets. Battlestar Galactica. All right. Anyway, here we go. Nobody has spoken yet, Aricia. It's kind of a VIP guest meet and greet. Mermaid Miss K is here. She and her friend are kind of checking out the strip tonight. It's kind of a free night a little bit. So it's a fun time. Okay, so JC Bird never grew beets. I've looked into it a little bit, JC Bird, and it's totally doable for a guy like me to grow a little patch full of beets and potatoes. So I'm going to look into it. But are they streaming this weekend live? So what I'm going to be doing, I don't know about the streaming live thing, Karen. Moron Mama, they haven't posted a streaming link. If they do post a streaming link, I'll figure out a way to make it all come here while at the same time promoting revenue for them. So to try to figure out an honor system way to do it so you guys can watch the thing while being the Reading Epic Threads community and having the same chat room. Because let's face it, that's the best part, guys. You just kind of talk amongst yourselves. Ooh, JC Bird did broccoli, cabbage, and once pumpkins. Here's what I want to know, JC Bird. What should I be farming if I had like one or two crops that could get me through, I don't know, a food shortage? Know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm starting to think in those terms. We got more of y'all coming on. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. It's kind of and Tom Carroll, thank you very much, sir. You said hello to me in the lobby. That was awesome. It's a surreal thing being recognized by people I've never met before. I just want to let you know I actually kind of highly recommend it. I really like it. Texas Tanya says potatoes. I am highly Irish in origin. More English, not like whole blood Irish or anything. I have a liver still. But anyway, let's check out this stream from the female version of Hans Hermann Hoppe. So this is like, I'm going to guess this is a young person. You got the anime avatar, Hanakawa Hoppe. So Hans Hermann Hoppe is I believe, German-born professor, a libertoid type with a kind of like non-degeneracy separatist aspect to him. It's like libertarianism plus physical removal for degenerates. So he's like a far right libertarian. That's Hans Hermann Hoppe. So her name is derivative of Hans Hermann Hoppe. I hope I got that right to those of you who know more about this than I do. And here we go. Hoppe's argument, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right too. Hoppe's argument that monarchical warfare is about land, while democratic warfare is about ideology, is surprisingly relevant. The recent NATO meeting was about cognitive warfare and the battle for the brain. The following is a quotation from a retired Canadian General Raymond. Quote, "Long gone are the days when war was fought to acquire more land. Now the new objective is to change the adversary's ideologies, which makes the brain the center of gravity of the human. And it makes the human the contested domain, and the mind becomes the battlefield." You're going to want to remember that quotation. Back to the Hanakawa Hoppe. This is some crazy shit from mronline.org, behind NATO's cognitive warfare. Cognitive warfare's objective is to make everyone a weapon. You are the property of the state, and they need to make sure you're not believing the wrong things, else you may be a weapon of an enemy nation. Hoppe shows how all of this is the consequence of democracy. Democracy removes the distinction between combatant and non-combatant. The new battlefield is you. A succinct version. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. All right, awesome. Is that better? Now let's do it this way. Yeah, that makes more sense. A succinct version of this argument appears on page 54 through 55 of From Aristocracy to Monarchy to Democracy. All right, here we go. The quote that's relevant here is, "The objectives are intangible and elusive. The victory of ideas and the unconditional surrender and ideological conversion of the losers, which, because one can never be sure about the sincerity of the conversion, may require the mass murder of civilians." Bam. May require the mass murder of civilians. Oh, that's the whole damn thread. Oh, yeah. So somebody responds, "When the peasant was taught to obey the man in the castle, no matter his allegiance, wars were fought for land. When that stopped being the case, wars started to be fought for people." And Hans Hanakawa Hoppe says, more accurately, before the man in the castle became equivalent to the people. That is what eliminated the combatant versus non-combatant distinction and what led to the levée en masse. War became everyone's business rather than the business of the man in the castle. Guys, I really hope you absorbed that one, because that's really important stuff. Now, let us for a moment draw and strike. What's up, my friend? Looking good in Nevada. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your assistance in sending me here as well. And by the way, if you can replay it, old Draw and Strike did a hell of a stream today with some great points. Let me just hit one point that's really important. Oh wait, I'm going to address this thread that I just read. So the concept that democracy replaces the king with the people, it's a huge deal. It makes it so that the war is no longer for land. It is for people, more of them. One controlling party wants these people. One controlling party wants these people. The war is eventually going to coalesce to a place where they're genuinely trying to get inside our bodies to make us on their side. Does the vaccine mandate start to make a little bit more sense in that light? There's something about, now here's the new theory, my theory based upon this Hans Hermann Hoppe thingy. The new theory is there's something about the vaccine that will make the recipient more receptive to the state and more likely to side with the established order. Something like that's going on. I'll never ever get another shot again of any kind. No needles in me for any reason. Nobody, you're not even allowed to draw blood. I'm done with the white coats. real quick update, and then I want to get to what Brian was saying on his stream today. Boarding the flight to Vegas, forgot how much I hated the TSA. My friend, I'm just glad you're going to be here. St. Richie and I are going to be hanging out late tonight, most likely, unless I'm already asleep. And if that's the case, that does happen to me from time to time, I apologize. I'm going to try super hard to stay awake really late. All right. Now, let's talk about what Brian had to say on his stream. One of the things that Brian said today, which was a really, really good point. The first indictment, Michael Sussman. Think about what he was indicted for. He was indicted surrounding some of the events regarding the Alpha Bank hoax. Summarize the Alpha Bank hoax. They said that Alpha Bank, a Russian bank, was assisting Trump by having their own servers that helped Trump have a back channel with Russia or some horseshit. It was a hoax. Alpha Bank was essentially defamed in the process. Now, that hoax came to nothing. They got no illegal warrants. They spied on nobody because of it. The facts that were concocted in the hoax, the Alpha Bank hoax, never made it before a judge. Nothing was ever signed granting surveillance rights. In essence, it was a crime that had no fruit. It bore no benefit. So keep that in mind. Based upon the Alpha Bank hoax, which never resulted in any huge crimes, any sedition, any overthrow of presidents of any kind, not even an attempt, okay? Nothing came of it. Durham was still willing to write a 27-page 1001 indictment. Just think about that for a second. Now, if Durham is willing to go balls to the wall over this Alpha Bank hoax that resulted in no FISA warrants, what do you think he's going to do when it comes to, oh, I don't know, the Carter Page spying that resulted in constant FISA warrants on the chief executive and commander-in-chief of the United States of America? If he's willing to go balls to the wall over Alpha Bank, which did nothing, what's he going to do about the George Papadopoulos nonsense that resulted in the Russia nonsense that kept the nation in a spasmodic state of near civil war for 3 years? What do you think? I think it's going to be bigger, much bigger. Nevertheless, remember, Durham went balls to the wall over Alpha Bank. What's going to come next is stuff based upon what happened with Carter Page, with George Papadopoulos, and all the actual spying that took place. It's going to be big. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be, as Ellie Courageous is saying, it's going to be biblical. All right. All right, guys. So let's see what else we got right now. But I apologize in advance because I'm going to keep this short because you're going to be ending up getting, you're going to get me live on this selfie stick at the VIP dinner. All right. All right, let me see here. I've got something from Special Ops Kim, and it says, "Is this a joke?" So let me just get the opinion of the audience. This is from the DelawareOhioNews.com. Biden orders the VA to withhold health benefits from unvaccinated veterans. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this one's not real, but let's see. President Joe Biden has ordered the Department of Veterans Affairs, please take this with a grain of salt, okay? Has ordered the Department of Veterans Affairs to withhold health care benefits from unvaccinated veterans as part of an aggressive new initiative to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. Beginning November 1st, any veteran seeking medical care at a VA facility must have had at least one shot of the vaccine to receive services under their medical benefits package. Guys, I don't think this can't be right. Oh, well, you know. I think that these are just here. I think what we're talking about is just fake bullshit to get people to go out and just get the freaking shot. Do I have that link, please? You know what? Special Ops Kim just sends me screenshots. Let me just check. Let me see if the, and this is a long article too. Mm-hmm. Image courtesy of the Milwaukee VA Medical Center. I don't have it. Hey, Special Ops Kim, do you have the link for that article? If so, could you send it to me? I've got people asking for it. So we do need to look into that. All right. What do you say? Ooh, I've still got this thing from Joe Pappas. That's not a Today thing. So Joe, I'm still trying to find a good slot to put that article in. The title of the article that Joe has sent me is "Who is Creating a New Chinese Boogeyman? An Examination of Modern Psychological Warfare." All right. Fauci indictment. Citizens grand jury. Citizens grand juries don't have the kind of power that we wish they had. So Jeffrey Fry, thank you for that, though. Guys and gals, you might want to save this document somewhere when Nuremberg 2 trials start. Shocking and disturbing. So this is a vaccine death report. Another thing about vaccine death reports is I don't trust those numbers just yet. We are seeing a lot of stuff about it. Nevertheless, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to be surprised about the real results. I know there are vaccine deaths. I don't know there are vaccine deaths. I'm very careful with what I say I know, because the word knowledge has a very special meaning to me. It's something that I can really count on. So just bear that in mind. All right. So, hey, okay. So I have a couple requests from you guys now that we've got about 200 of you in here. Can you please do me a big favor? And I want you to please try to follow me on Twitter at Cato Censure. CATOCENSURE. If you please, I need to bump up the number of you who are following me on Twitter. The reason for that is because you guys appreciate my content. When you see me on Twitter, you're more likely to retweet me. It's more likely to grow the channel, that sort of thing. So I need to start trying to rebuild Twitter. I had a whole bunch of you following me when I was Cato the Censor too. So this one is a new one until they ban me from Twitter again. Furthermore, another thing you guys can really, I know, though, listen, nobody needs, everybody was kicked off Twitter. Totally get it. Totally get it. Those of you who are on Twitter, pretty please, sugar on top. Those of you who do not use Twitter, I fully understand. I totally get it. But those of you who are, it would really help me out if you'd hop on there. Jason Beamish and I follow each other. Yes, I know. You don't do Twitter. Don't do Twitter. Don't do Twitter. You can also follow me on Gab at pgunnels, and I need to grow my numbers there as well. But I want Twitter because I think Twitter is going to matter at some point again when we kick out the leadership. I know nobody here does Twitter. Twitter will not have Kaiass TV. You would be shocked how easy it is to hop back on Twitter with sock accounts. All right. I'm on there. All right. Look, this is definitely not a Twitter crowd. Another thing that you guys can do for me, if you haven't done it already, is please press that little heart button on my Twitch. Little heart button for follow. If you can't subscribe to me, it would be much appreciated if you would just go ahead and follow me. Just hit the little heart button. All right, now we have a draw and strike comment, so we need to go ahead and read it. Assuming Kamala became president, she wouldn't last any longer than Biden. Biden took control of the Titanic and, following what his masters told him to do, steered it right into the iceberg. Kamala takes over with the ship more than half sunk. You think she laughs? Come on, man. That's my best Biden. That's all I got for you guys. All right. This account doesn't exist. Try searching for another. What a schmuck I am. Hang on. Let me make sure I got this right. Is that my Twitter account? Cato Censure. Most votes ever. Oh, I'm such a schmuck. Is it Cato? It's Censure Cato. God, I don't even know my own fucking Twitter handle. All right. Censure Cato. So you want to censure me, like. Can I say something about Captain Picard? In an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation entitled The Drumhead. I hope there's somebody in this audience who feels my pain where this is concerned. Jean-Luc Picard gives his brilliant monologue at the end saying, the first something something, the first speech censured. Now, to censure means to reprimand in an official manner. You censure a member of Congress who has been naughty. It's a formal document that they vote on that says, you've been a bad, bad boy. Censor means to blot it out, means to erase it, means to make it so it cannot be seen or heard. So you don't say the first speech censured, you say the first speech censored. But because Patrick Stewart is an actual idiot, and apparently the director didn't catch it, that incredibly important episode, really good episode of Star Trek The Next Generation with the lovely Gene Simmons in the role of the Torquemada character, is ruined for me and causes me physical pain to watch that speech. There's literally no reason for me to be saying that to you, other than the fact that the word censure is in front of me right now, and censor Cato was not available, and so then that episode of Star Trek popped into my head, so I called myself Cato Censure. It's all kind of gay. Anyway, so Matthew Trump is in Vegas. Nice. Hope you get into your room, my friend. So I'm going to be at the VIP dinner for a little while, and then I'm going to be heading back up, and then we should hang out, figure out a place to go and sit down, maybe have a dinner or something. It'll be a great time. Okay, so anybody who says that Patrick Stewart is a huge lib is great. Okay, so let's see what great. My thoughts on this. All right, so you got, nope, wrong one. Hang on. Great said something that I want. There it is. Okay, so GR84517 says Patrick Stewart is a huge lib. That gives him too much credit. He doesn't think about these things. All he thinks about is Patrick Stewart, and Patrick Stewart's owners tell him the political positions he is supposed to take. It's a giant mafia, and they're all ordered to take those positions, and they're all huge libs. I don't even have enough respect for them to say that they have opinions. You can't participate anymore since you're so stupid. You're going to hurt me, St. Richie. Are you on the plane sending me puns? All right, so next. All right, guys, I need to tell you something else. I'll tell you something about the desert, okay? It's really dry. And one of the things I discovered is that my lips are going to fall off, but they are gradually healing thanks to a little thing called Angel Paste Miracle Butter. Angelpaste.com, promo code Shapiro. I don't know if you're allowed to buy anything from her right now. She's kind of loving the lower demand, but I can't live without Angel Paste Miracle Butter. It goes on your lips. It's got basically shea butter. And it's saving my butt. I don't do well I'm a swamp creature myself. I live in Houston, Texas. Literally a swamp. I mean, literally. MMA, Patrick Stewart versus Patrick Gunnels. Well, Patrick Stewart may be 78, but he has the stamina of somebody of the age of 137. I think I would be fine. All right. I like Ecolips Mongo Kiss, the best. Ellie Courageous. Angel Paste Miracle Butter is a combination of various Angel Paste ingredients plus something called shea butter. And then there's some, I'm not supposed to tell. You can figure it out. But it's really great for the lips. And it provides a protective layer around the feet. And it gets rid of dead skin. Does anybody know where we can watch the Patriots Double Down? The short answer to that question is I don't know, Spirit Girl 73. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Last time it was like MAGA TV or something. It's going to be made available. Okay, so Richard Rohr asks, where's Mermaid Miss K? I saw her in the lobby, and her friend and she, since they feel like they kind of have a free evening, they are kind of tromping around the strip and stuff. So I'm going to stick close to here because I don't want to get fucked with about a mask. I'm too far from home in a blue state, a blue city, and I am going to mouth off to the wrong person at some point. I kind of got that feeling while I was in the Indian reservations. Like, living in Houston, I'm bold as hell. Because if the cops ever showed up over something like that, the cops would be like, why are you calling us? I don't know if that happened here. All right. Does anybody know what's been going on in D.C.? Donna Sarah, I have no idea, but I would love an update. I can't wait to see what St. Richie looks like. Yeah, we gotta get him on the actual. We're gonna find out if he's gonna pull a Wano Savin on us and just make us focus on his boots or something. I don't know. We'll find out. But I will tell you something, my friends. Beer Nuts 71 says, "Good for you, Patrick." I'll tell you something, Beer Nuts. Bail fund. Long story short, that Indian reservation was a real wake-up call for me. I got real sassy with some people who were completely immune to intimidation. And you could tell they don't like my kind one bit. And I was outnumbered to a degree that I just can't even quite get my mind around. All right. Here you live in Vegas for a year. There's good parts and horrible parts. Oh, you lived in Vegas for a year. There's good parts and horrible parts. We're gonna find out. I'm walking around the streets with this Keep On Trumpin' shirt. Hey, usadevolution.com, promo code Vegas, you get 10% off until the end of October. One more time, usadevolution.com, promo code Vegas, 10% off. Just don't forget, invest in Orville Redenbacher because it's on. I don't know what that means. You're killing me, dude. Dude, it's that high altitude. It's making you make puns and make in jokes. Juan 07, Admiral Rogers. No, minus Admiral Rogers. Juan 07 is definitely not Admiral Rogers. Jesus Christ. No, there's no way. No, not a chance. That'd be crazy. No, I don't think so, though. Thank you, Cha 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 22. Cha 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 loves the shirt. I love this shirt, too. It's getting a lot of comments. I like the hood better, people. What's the hood? All right. I'll figure that out later. All right. Oh, that's what he means. He says, invest in Orville Redenbacher because it's on. He says, popcorn time. It's going to be a great show. I just cracked St. Richie's code. All right. Excellent. Do I have anything else? We don't have huge amounts of. Ooh, we have one thing, though. Guess what we got? We got some Glenn Greenwald home skillix. All right. From Glenn Greenwald. All right. First of all, January 6th committee tweets, breaking, the House has adopted the bipartisan House Resolution 730, finding Stephen K. Bannon in contempt of Congress for failure to comply with a congressional subpoena. It's vulgar. I shouldn't be doing that. Anyway. And then Glenn Greenwald says, this is trivial theater to stimulate the liberal thirst for vengeance, which is dying after watching Mueller charge nobody with criminally conspiring with Russia and Biden DOJ charge nobody with insurrection or sedition, and to give CNN and MSNBC something to feed viewers. The FBI is telling news outlets it has searched and found no evidence of centralized planning, let alone insurrection, on January 6th. The New York Times admitted the FBI had informants at the Capitol it was talking to. This spectacle is just for Adam Schiff and Liz Cheney to emote and distract. The lack of anger at the Biden DOJ from those claiming to believe January 6th was an insurrection is bizarre. The only rational action for those who really believe this is marching outside in anger that nobody is charged with insurrection, sedition, trying to kill Pence or kidnap AOC. That's the only thing I would do. Is the instigator starring in this video one of the more than 600 people who have been charged in connection with January 6th? And this is a tweet from Thomas Massey. And who's this guy? This fucking dude. What's his name again? Listen, this old boomer, obvious Fed who was at January 6th in a gay red hat, going around saying, everybody come in, I'm probably going to go to jail the night before. What was his name? Anyway, he glowed in the dark. So Thomas Massey says, I just played this video for Attorney General Merrick Garland. He refused to comment on how many agents or assets of the federal government were present in the crowd of January 5th and January 6th. Okay, I know the chat knows that guy's name. The guy's name is Ray something. All right, Ray, haha. came natural. PG. What the fuck is his name? Ray something. Chuck Schumer thought it was erection. Patriot Mom quadruple 03. Come save me from the 100 Haitians that moved into my apartment complex overnight in West Palm Beach, Florida. Yes, I videotaped and called everyone, including DeSantis. Wow. That is nuts. All right. Nobody. Okay. His name is Ray something. Next. So it's not uncommon for people to defy or ignore congressional subpoenas when they believe they're legally invalid. In 2012, the House voted overwhelmingly to hold Eric Holder in criminal contempt for doing so. 17 Dems joined. He won in court. In that case, the judge ordered Holder to turn over numerous documents which the House had demanded, but which he had refused to provide. But she nonetheless concluded that criminal contempt was unwarranted, even though Holder just ignored the subpoena. Wow. All right. So I'm going to gather up Ray Epps. Thank you, Striker45. His name was Ray Epps, not Ray Kurzweil. Kathy511 got it too. All right. So, guys, I'm going to take my selfie stick, courtesy of our very own Janie, and Jose Cito Woodwell, Ray Epps. You guys are amazing. Okay? All right, hang on. Let's see. We got Brian calling bullshit. All right, Bright Tiki Girl says Tiffany Dover, the nurse that fainted on TV when she got her COVID shot. She was one of the first people getting the shot. They said she was okay, but rumors now that she died that same day and they hid it. True or false? And Draw and Strike says bullshit. My BS detector goes off too. So I just want to say this to everybody. Those of you who may or may not be new to me, you know I am a 100% anti-vaxxer. All vaccines are varying degrees of poison. There is never an upside health-wise to getting a jab. That said, there is no way in hell these jabs are perpetrating some kind of crazy genocide on the human race. I think the real psyop is trying to get the pro-vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers to want to kill each other. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that's where I think this is right now. Okay, so Draw and Strike. The same people that started that rumor that she died the same day are the people that spread stories about Ashley Babbitt is alive and JFK Jr. has a Telegram channel. Brian, do you know that those are really genuinely the same people, or are you just supposing that? Because that seems like a bold claim that you know exactly who spread that rumor. Okay, just want to say that right now because I personally think Ashley Babbitt was an actress, and I don't think any of that was real that was happening on January 6th. All right, Just Human. Ooh, Just Human has a new thread that I need. Maybe Special Ops Kim will be good enough to send it to me at some point. Disinfo is being injected on both sides of the issue. No pun intended, right, Just Human? How could you do this to me? Everybody's hitting me with puns. All right. Puns are violence. This is known. All right. Richard Rohrer. Ever seen Chucky's wife had to tie pork? Dude, you're a dick. So Richard Rohrer says, ever seen Chucky's wife had to tie pork chops around the neck of the dog to play with her? Yes, she's very hard on the eyes. She looks exactly like Dustin Hoffman. She's a dude. All right. So anyway. I'm very, very careful about what I say I know. I know nothing, but I don't think it's likely that Donald Trump recommended we all get a poison death shot. It's possible. Anything's possible, as the talking toilet brush Scott Adams would say. All right. Okay, so, whoa. All right, so next. What else we got? Dick Forlong. All right, so anyway. There is a video showing gun was painted lower than Ashley coming through the window when it was fired. I watched the video. It was just retarded. And so I choose to reject all facts asserted about that event. I think that we're dealing with total mindfuck there. All right. There are people on social media that push narratives. Nobody ever really dies. They're all crisis actors. Babbitt, George Floyd, etc. Yep. That is true. Sometimes they're right. All right. Guys, I'm going to grab my selfie stick. That's not a euphemism. I'm going to grab my selfie stick, My phone is charged. I'm going to set it up, and we're going to check out the VIP dinner together, guys. Claude Bernardin, you're here. Hello. Guys, the camera really does add 10 pounds. I'm looking at myself right now in this thing. My cheeks are just bowing out. I must be like freaking. I must be like, what are you talking about? I'm puffy. I'm puffy right now. I need to hydrate more. Yeah, dude. Old Brian knows about keeping your stuff charged up from the cyber symposium. All right, guys. So you guys hopefully will join me for some of it. I don't know how long I'm going to walk around streaming on Twitch, but it'll be Twitch only. So don't forget, if you really actually want to watch any of this, you have to go to twitch.tv/pgunnels. Bam. Two hands. I heard it takes two hands to handle the selfie stick. Lions fan 1960. I feel completely abused by all of you people with your innuendos and your puns. All right, yeah. Draw and Strike kept forgetting to charge his laptop when he was in Miami. Emergency charging sucks. Beyond sucks, my friend. We'll see, though. I'm only going to be down there for like an hour or two. All right. That's delightful, Moron Mama. I'm not even going to read that one. So anyway, jokes about my selfie stick notwithstanding, let's go ahead and finish up this stream in the normal fashion with a prayer. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him. We humbly pray, and do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm going to see a whole bunch of you in a few minutes.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.